Hey, how's it going, everyone? All right, today I want to do a track guide on the Horizon Mexico circuit. It's this month's Rivals Challenge, and it's November 2021. So everyone has a fair playing field this month. We're all driving the Mercedes AMG 1 GT. It's a S2 class car. And disclaimer, this guide will probably only apply to you if you're using the same difficulty settings as me. I'll show those on a screen in a little bit, but if you're using some of the electronic assists from the game, brake assists, such and such, this guide probably won't apply to you because your brake in, turn in, and acceleration points will probably be a little bit different than mine. I am using ABS. My steering is set to simulation. My traction control is off, stability control is off, shifting is set to manual since I have the paddles. I don't use the driving line since I find that it throws me off, and I like the challenge to figure out the lines myself. To really get competitive on this track, the most important thing before you even start taking the first turn is actually the very last turn on this circuit. So the faster you take this last turn, the faster you're going to leave the checker marks, whatever you call that, apex sign or whatever, the gate. You're going to be out of the gate way faster. So I'll talk about this last turn at the end of the lap, but just keep in mind that you really need to be going very fast to get a fast start. All right, so once you leave the gate, you want to be shooting for at least 158 miles per hour. Ideally, you want to be at around 160. I actually took that last turn a little bit slower than I would have liked, but 157 will do in this case. So I recommend taking it as close to the barrier as you can. This will really help you set you up for the first turn. So hug the barrier as much as you can. Don't get too ambitious. Don't hit it. Right when you cross that pink marker on the ground, when you're about a car length in front of it, make sure your car is pointed towards the right white lane marker right there and start your turn. When you're turning for this first turn, try to be in as straight of a line as you can. Really try not to brake and turn in this first turn. I don't know why, but if you brake and turn, it'll really throw you into a mean understeer and you're going to lose a lot of time. So you can see I've already started braking and I didn't start to turn until my brake has almost finished. So I'm about off the brakes here. And right now is when I really start to crank into the turn. Don't worry so much about this flag right here. What you really want to be shooting for is an apex at the second flag marker right here. I probably went a little bit too much to the right of this flag marker. Normally I would have liked to go hit it with my passenger headlight and end up on the turn exit right after this barrier, but it ended up working out in my favor in this case. I normally shoot to hit this right white lane marker right here. So what I'm picturing here is basically a straight line from this exit all the way through here. I try to do as little turning as I can. If you look at it, you can basically draw a straight line from this flag to where I am right now. So I'm not losing any time by doing like left and right turns, zigzags, no reason to snake through here. Try to do it as straight as you can. And at this point, I'm looking to hit this flag with my driver's side headlight. By the time I get up to the top of the bridge, I want to be in about the center of it. Try to avoid taking this turn too wide. There's really no need. And a pretty good indicator of whether you're going fast enough or not at this point is you should be at around 155 by the time you get to the crest of this little hill bridge thing right here. Slowly make your way over to the barrier on the left. There's no real good braking indicator. You kind of have to slowly get the feel for it. But if I had to guess, it's probably like 5 car lengths from where this left lane marker starts. You can brake a lot later than you think you can. And it's okay to turn pretty aggressively here. You don't have to swing wide here. I would say you're actually going to lose a little bit of time if you get close to this barrier. I would get about 3/4 of the way into the track from the right here. And ideally, your passenger side headlight should just almost scrape this barrier. I did lose a little bit of time in this lap right here, but that's okay. You can use this patch of dirt right here. It won't slow you down. You won't lose any grip. And you can use this patch of dirt on the left here after that barrier as well. It won't slow you down. After you exit, try to stay in a straight line. Try not to swing to the right over here. There's really no need to do that, and you're going to lose, you know, maybe half a tenth to a tenth if you do that. I normally try to hit this little white part with my driver's side wheel there. Use as much of the dirt as you can right here. It does not slow you down, so don't snake into it. Like, don't try to hug this white lane marker right here. It's totally okay if your whole car is on this dirt right here. I try to get the passenger side headlight as close to this barrier as I can. Once I hit this black barrier marker there is when I start to brake really hard, start to turn. This is probably the most important turn of the whole circuit. You really want to be off to the left of this flag right here, and you want to be really deep into your turn as well. If you are on the right side of this flag right here, something about the track, I think it's a bit higher on the right side than it is on the left side, but it'll throw you, the rear of your car into a nasty oversteer, and you're going to have to do way too much corrective steering to get your grip back, and you're probably going to lose at least a tenth, maybe 2/10, depending on how bad your oversteer was. Your goal really should try to be use as much of this dirt and gravel as you can right here. As soon as you touch that flag, just get on the accelerator, and it will feel a bit unnatural, but you will have tons of grip. You won't have any understeer, and you won't have any oversteer. I think it just has something to do with the angle of the track right here, kind of sort of helping the roll of your car just get a better grip on the track. It's okay to use this little patch of dirt right here. It won't slow you down too much. I normally just send the passenger wheels over this bit of dirt. It really doesn't slow you down that much. Try to just barely skim this flag with your driver's side side mirror. Use as much of the right side of the track as you can here. It's totally cool to get in the dirt. I'd actually recommend going into the dirt as much as you can here. It'll feel really unnatural, but you want to start braking right after this Horizon Festival marker right here, and slowly start to brake. Once you do about, like halfway in between here and here, really get into your left turn and turn as hard as you can. You want to end up on the left side of this flag right here. If you get on the right side, you're going to feel a bit of understeer, and you're going to have to get off the gas pedal and lose a little bit of speed, and you'll probably get a little bit close to the outside barrier at the turn exit here. If you're on the inside, the left side of that flag right there, you can basically step on the gas as soon as you touch it, and the sort of angle of the track will keep your car really planted and prevent you from losing any grip. It's totally cool if you end up in this little patch of dirt right here. I wouldn't recommend staying on it for too long, but it is okay if you exit out on this little patch of dirt right here. Try not to have your whole car on that patch of dirt, though. It's okay if just your passenger wheels hit it, though. Okay. And at this point, I would recommend keeping your car off the dirt. You don't want to touch the dirt up until this white lane marker right here, after this patch of dirt in the road. I think it's something that has to do with the difference in level, elevation, if you will, between the track and the dirt here, but it does unsettle the car, and you do lose a little bit of acceleration. So not a great example here, but try to keep your wheels, your driver's side wheels, planted on this white line right here. And then if you can get your driver's side wheel, front wheel right here, start to turn in, that'll be a recipe for a perfect turn in right there. I'm a little bit too off to the left than I normally would like to be. That's why I lose a little bit of speed in this last turn here. Okay, this turn is pretty important. It's There's some weirdness going on at the turn exit that will send your cars into oversteers and oversteers for really no good reason. If you are too far off to the right, it will send your car into an oversteer. If you are too far over to the left, you'll understeer a little bit too much. So I would shoot to hit this flag right in the dead center of your car. And don't turn too late. Don't turn too early. You just have to kind of practice it. Hit it with the middle of your car as best as you can. Let off the accelerator there just ever so slightly. Once you get off the dirt, get on the gas as much as you can and turn way, you can see here I'm turning a lot, turn way more than you need to, and you should be able to reclaim your grip. I typically just get a tiny bit of understeer there, but you can usually catch it before you, going into this barrier. So there it is. Got a 56.853, pretty good. If you don't get it on your first try, don't worry. Probably took me about 200 laps before I got a 56, and I've had a pretty hard time getting into a 56 again, so I was pretty happy with that. All right, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, really helps me out. If this video helped you go faster, leave a comment, and if your time was faster than mine, also leave a comment. And if you have any tips on how to do this circuit better, also leave a comment. And just a reminder to subscribe. I'll be doing more of these track guides in Horizon 5. And anyways, thanks for watching.